This is the project that I have spent 2 years of my life working on, and I can't wait to show it. Not anymore. Lost media. God, people love talking about this, and honestly, I don't blame them. I mean, I completely get it. Digital media has existed for a hot minute, and sometimes things just so happen to fall through the cracks and they get lost for a period of time. Advertisements, music, film, TV, and of course video games are all subject to extensive investigations, all in the name of preservation. And it's super interesting. I mean, media that we all regularly have access to just doesn't get archived, because why would we? It's just a SpongeBob advertisement for milk, right? Right? Truly a topic that will keep you up at night. I mean, what is that song? No, we don't. But today I've come across a revelation that I'm not particularly comfortable with. The death of UGC, or user-generated content. So join me as we discuss the very fact that soon we are going to lose a lot of video game media. Come on! To preface, I'm not talking about external mods for games like Minecraft, because those have already been archived through the power of Google Chrome. I'm talking about games that have their very appeal in dedicated, server-based, user-generated content, like LittleBigPlanet or Dreams by Media Molecule. The year is 2008, and LittleBigPlanet has just hit the market to a ton of survival levels. This game raised me. I swear my parents were in the picture, pushing me to constantly create, but also appreciate the effort that went into creative works, just like this video. This game, whilst not the first of its kind, pioneered the commercial integration of user-generated content, allowing players to upload levels, objects, music, and custom skins for Sackboy, and overall just letting other players repurpose them in their own original levels. Sure, whilst this is cultivated a culture that thrived off of unoriginal, regurgitated shark survival levels, this system also created a plethora of original, incredible experiences for new players to experience, spanning across a variety of genres, and for some people these skills were actually pretty transferable and led them into the industry. And this would only expand into sequels, cartoon spin-offs, mobile games, and threequels. Sounds pretty great, right? Not anymore! Because none of this is accessible anymore, so get f***ed. I'm sorry, that was quite mean. Emotions are very high today, okay? I'm sorry. On January 8th, 2024, the servers for LittleBigPlanet 3 went down temporarily due to a false PSN ban epidemic that exploited the interconnectivity of the game. Note those air quotes over the word temporary. Well, sure, they might have described it as temporary, but this is fairly evident that this is a long-term change. So either 14 years of online content has been lost forever, or soon it is going to be lost forever, and there is nothing we can do about it. Not to sound like a defeatist, but Sony has been keeping very quiet about this issue, and it's very clear that they just want to steer the Sackboy IP away from LittleBigPlanet, turning it into a generic mascot platformer. And don't get me wrong, I really liked Sackboy's Big Adventure, but it just doesn't compare to the joys of creating whatever the hell you wanted and uploading it online within reason, or sharing this mass community of players who were constantly innovating and changing the way the game worked. It was truly incredible, but based on this reaction, it's very clear how the industry views this type of feature. It is dead in the water. Jesus Christ, that is bleak, but I'm not wrong. God, I think I need the tear stick for this one. Don't get me wrong, UGC is currently alive and somewhat well with games such as Fortnite Creative or Roblox or Dreams, but these live services will eventually meet the same, if not a worse fate. Goodness me, that tear stick is doing a number on my eyes. The countless games and experiences, both amazing and terrible will be lost to time forever if they're not already. And the incentive for companies to gut this feature from their games is only becoming stronger and stronger as online trolling and censorship becomes so much more persistent. Back in 2008, all the shits, fucks, I learned them all from LittleBigPlanet, and it did not do me any good because I've still got like 5 more in the chamber. I'm gonna go wash my face because I think I've got the sympathy points now. So, what can we do to prevent more user-generated content from going completely offline and redundant in the future? Apart from continuing to voice your opinions online and hosting dedicated servers, there's not an awful amount we can do. It's just the very nature of this content. Just like all things, servers eventually die. And as much as we try to, it's impossible to back up an extended backlog of user-generated content. At least within the case of LittleBigPlanet, it was very possible to back up online games offline, as within the game players were able to download online levels on their moon, which is an offline mode. But in the case of Roblox and especially Fortnite Creative, it is one day going to be impossible to play some of this content, and it will be lost to time. Like, how will I go on knowing that I can't play Sonic Speed Simulator for the rest of my life? Here we go, it's officially a Sonic video. I made a video about a year ago talking about the beauty of LittleBigPlanet, and so this is kind of the opposite. I took a look back at the history of the game, its development, and of course the amazing memories made within the game, so if you're interested in that, go check it out. But that's it from me. If you enjoyed this video and you want to voice your opinion, then remember to like, comment, and subscribe. But you've heard that one on YouTube a million times. Ta-ta for now.